Yo, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? What is up? What is up? I'm so sorry for the delay. I'm back. I have not forgot you guys existed. Yay! Welcome back, guys, to the Vibe Lounge. It is your boy X-Man, the man with the plan, the ghosty with the mosty, and we are back with some reaction videos. The rise of the junk food kids. Some obese kids over here in the UK, apparently. Shout out Big Craig. I watch his channel all the time, off camera. You know what I'm saying? Slight little reaction change, just something simple to get out for y'all guys. So, I ain't forgot about y'all. I love you guys. We're working on a big project right now, probably the biggest one I've been working on for a while. It's really not that big. It's just the one I put the most work into. So have not forgotten. I have not forgotten you guys. I'm behind the scenes working and doing shit, but I don't want you guys to think I'm not putting out any content because it is still content month, even though I slack and I suck. I suck. But we're here, we're doing it. Sit back, relax, grab you a drink, grab you a smoke, grab you some chips, a snack, get cozy on the couch, on the bed. If you're watching on your phone, make sure you're watching it somewhere where you can sit back and relax. And let's hop right into it. But first, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you really, really like me, please turn on those post notifications. It means so much. It lets YouTube know that you fuck with me and my content. Share it with your friends, share it with your mama, share it with your grandma. For everybody, you know what I'm saying? Except for children. I'm not for children. I'm not for children. Oh, you see that little, let me clear this out, because that's for the next video. We working. I told you we work. Got a couple things working behind the scenes. We working. All right, let's hop right into it, guys.
With Britain in the grips of an obesity epidemic, it's not just the adults who are overweight, with over a third of children in the UK being overweight or obese. Now, this does beg the question, who is at fault for these obese children? Well, this is what the TV show Junk Food Kids looked to answer, and it uncovered the ugly truth of denial, excuses, and a lot of fast food.
Shops are to blame, governments are to blame, people who make candy and the sweets, they're to
I
blame.
didn't know they were fat over there in the UK.
For overweight children, but they had
Well, I
to
knew
be
that,
helped.
there's big fat people everywhere, but I didn't know they were like.
It's honestly
I
pretty
thought it
hard
was
to
just
watch
American
as we
thing.
start in Leeds and meet Tallulah and her mother Natalie, and despite her looking older, Tallulah is just 4 years old.
She's
Damn!
about to start school, but it's hard to find a uniform that will fit.
Do you like that skirt?
I do want it, but I want that.
Yeah, 8 to 9 years.
Despite how young she is, she still needs to wear clothes which offer girls double her age, just because of the size and weight she is. And even then, it's still a bit tight for her.
I think even that might be a push to Lula.
Nah,
Last
yeah.
couple of years, she's
You
piled
poking
her
through that
weight
shit,
on.
Tallulah.
That'll have to get a bigger size.
Adults that I know have said that she's fat. It absolutely heart-wrenched me.
One thing I noticed that she said was that she started piling on the weight in the past 2 years, so since she was 2 years old. And Natalie tried to play that off as if it was a mystery as to where it was coming from.
Natalie
when
ain't
it's
much
clear
better.
that Natalie is just feeding her too much. It's also strange that Natalie
No
laughs
hate,
when she needs a
no
bigger
tea, no
size,
shade.
which tells us
They
she's
obviously
not
know they got
exactly
problems,
taking
they on
this
the
weight
show.
seriously. And we soon find out some immediate health issues because of her poor diet.
Being overweight isn't Tallulah's only health problem. She's also suffering from severe tooth decay.
When Tallulah was born, she never had a dummy. She always had a bottle. So as she got older, it went from formula to cow's milk to juice. Now, I know that's my fault, but it was easier for me on a...
Two things. For one, this is some black nigga's dream. Somewhere is fall in love with this woman as they speak. And second, I just don't, like, if you're aware it's your fault, why are you still, like, giving her the shit? That's what I don't understand, like, in this scenario. If you're aware of the issue, why is it still, like, happening? Like, you're the parent in the situation. Control the situation. Like,
night to give her a bottle of juice than to try and sit up with her all night and try and get her back to sleep.
A commenter summed up this section perfectly, saying, "I'm sorry, but a 4-year-old with tooth decay, that's disgusting."
That's
and I don't know
crazy.
if I'm being harsh, but I completely agree. Going from milk straight to juice, which is just loaded with sugar, and giving that to Tallulah at night is just ensuring that her fragile teeth are going to be destroyed. And
Right.
Natalie's reasoning behind it is even more disgusting in my opinion. Literally saying to the camera that she couldn't be bothered to make a bottle for her baby.
See, at that point,
So
you're just being
gave her
lazy.
fruit
Like,
juice.
that's,
The worst part is
you're
that
just being
Natalie
lazy.
admits she noticed the tooth damage, but carried on doing it anyway, and it's actually causing Tallulah a lot of pain.
They've just got worse.
That one hurts me. That one hurts me. That one hurts me. All of them hurt me.
That sucks.
I'm still right at the top.
You'd think after Tallulah said that her entire mouth is in pain that Natalie would stop giving her sugar-loaded drinks, but it seems to be the opposite happening, as her convenience is more important than her child's health, and Tallulah's not only got rotting teeth, but has
Oh
also
my God.
piling on the pounds. The average 4-year-old needs 1,200 to 1,400 calories a day, and that 500ml bottle of Ribena she was drinking has around 200 calories and 50 grams of sugar, and it isn't exactly going to keep her full. And Natalie once again shows her denial, as she denies that Tallulah's diet is making her so heavy.
Sweets, chocolates, sugary drinks. It's those diets which are linked to decay.
Get that bitch some
not
fruit.
good diet.
It's the same. It's sweet.
bad diet
It's
that causes
like
them to
everything
decay.
else.
Yeah.
Get that bitch some fucking vegetables. You can make broccoli sweet,
Yeah.
I guess, with some teriyaki sauce.
I cannot see a problem.
Would have eaten fucking
Everything
jacket
like
potato
that.
with beans.
I honestly do not believe she's put all this weight on just through what she eats.
Once
And
again, taking
I don't
the
know,
easy
some
way out of any
strawberry
accountability,
bullshit.
she tells
I don't know what the fuck that
Through
was.
what?
It looks like the canned strawberry shit you put in like strawberry cheesecake when you being cheap, and some whipped cream.
What she eats.
Once again, taking the easy way out of any accountability, she tells the camera crew what she really thinks the true cause of her weight gain is.
Thyroid.
Thy-
Thyroid. She said it might be something to do with that.
But while Natalie gives excuses and continues to overfeed Tallulah,
Come on
Tallulah has
now.
been sent to the hospital as the pain in her mouth has become unbearable. However, before they even get there, Natalie showcases her awful attitude towards Tallulah's health, as she can't even be bothered to make sure she gets to the dentist on time.
Today, Natalie has to take Tallulah to see the hygienist. It's an appointment they have to attend before the hospital will see Tallulah.
That's crazy. You
But it
can't even
starts in
like.
10 minutes. And it's 8 miles away.
Tallulah!
That's the top.
Tallulah!
Why can't you? She can't even
Oh.
be bothered.
Brilliant.
So some people just don't need
So it
kids,
means I'm
bro.
gonna be late. So... Oh, this is not working out well at all.
Instead of still going to the appointment, profusely apologizing for being late, and getting much needed help for Tallulah,
Or call and
Natalie
let them
decides
know
to
that you're
go
gonna be
home
late.
instead and watch TV. She even belittles the dentist's work by saying she doesn't need their help, and Tallulah wouldn't listen anyway.
Tallulah hasn't gone to today's appointment, but Natalie wasn't convinced by it in the first place.
A lesson in how to brush your teeth. Obviously, she's still only 4, and you know it's quite difficult to get her to brush her teeth properly as it is. Never mind.
Get
doing
the fuck out my
certain
goddamn
ways to
face.
brush
Put the
your
goddamn
teeth
effort
this
in to
way,
do
that-
some
that
shit.
way. They're not interested in brushing the teeth, really. Why would you want to brush your teeth when you can sit downstairs and watch a bit of, you know, Peppa Pig or do something else? You know, it's like it's a chore for her.
It's hard to believe what you hear when
No.
Natalie talks. Tallulah's teeth are literally rotting out of her mouth, and she's saying that brushing her teeth is too difficult to enforce, so she just lets her watch Peppa Pig on a night. Now, it's not just me and you who are outraged by this, and YouTube commenters felt the exact same. saying
No, yeah.
The fact that she blamed a thyroid problem and then couldn't be bothered to get her daughter to the dentist on time speaks volumes. And I have to say,
She's the
Tallulah's
problem.
story only gets worse from here, as we see what Natalie buys her and her brother in a weekly shop. It turns out though, the children can't even wait for that to finish,
Is
as
that
Natalie
sushi?
gives them food to eat during the shop.
For 29-year-old mum Natalie, one of the biggest tests of her control comes with a weekly shop.
I gotta get him something to eat quickly, just for while we're going round, so they don't whinge and moan at me. Yeah,
Yes,
you getting one of those?
So
Right.
soft.
And soy sauce.
What's in that again?
Cheese and onion. I reckon it's got a bit of mayonnaise in it or something as well. You're getting apple
You
juice
need to
to
calm
share.
down.
Right.
See,
Let's go shopping.
you don't do that
As
shit
we
with a
go
black.
around
They
the
need a
shop,
black
it
mama
seems
for a
like she
week.
makes a beeline
You don't
to
do
the
this shit with a
crisps
black mama.
or
You
the
I ain't
chips
buying you
if
shit
you're
in this
and gets
store.
the biggest possible.
Ain't buying you a goddamn thing. You get in this store and you act like a good person. Try to open something. And go, I'm not advising to beat kids at all, but sometimes the kids just need a stern talking to. She just letting them run about. Like they just gotta be like, don't get in this goddamn store. Don't ask me for shit. Used to strike fear in my soul when I was a kid. Goddamn.
Bag she can, which she admits will only last her around 3 days.
Just gonna get some crisps now, because obviously they're convenient, snacky. See, that'll last me a few days. Well, maybe like most of this week, a 20 pack. But
What does
to
her
an offer
husband
at the
look
moment,
like,
they're
too?
half
'Cause
price.
It honestly seems like Natalie has
Where
no
he at?
shame about her laziness, as she constantly talks about how she puts her convenience and snacks over her kids' health. She even claims that she tries every day to make a home-cooked meal, but can't be bothered to cook for 2 hours. But realistically, a healthy meal probably takes like 20 minutes on average. And if you struggle for healthy meal ideas like Natalie, I'd highly recommend you sign up for the Fat Loss Kitchen, which is my newsletter where we share
Love you,
weekly
bruh.
healthy meals.
Love you, bruh.
Is the
Can't do
idea
it.
that if they whine, then they get a reward.
I like to just have an easy life. I think everybody likes an easy life.
No, you're not. No, sorry. Come on.
Sometimes I think to myself, no, I shouldn't give in,
You're not having Kinder eggs.
but I do.
Go and get a Kinder egg each, quickly.
Unfortunately, Natalie's easy life is coming at the cost of Tallulah's health, who realistically doesn't really understand that this bad diet is having
Yeah,
such
she's
a
not
bad
gonna
effect
understand
on
until
her.
she gets
But it gets
older,
revealed at
and
the
she's
doctor's
gonna end up
visit,
getting
which
resentful.
Natalie managed
She's
to
like,
attend
"My
this
fucking
time.
mom
When the doctor named
did
Monty
this."
asks Natalie about her eating habits and how often she brushes her teeth, Natalie just lies in his face, which Monty sees straight through.
Does she snack quite frequently?
She does snack. I won't say she eats. It's always sweet stuff that she's snacking on, but she does like sweet stuff. But I have cut her down.
The funny thing is, right, most parents and most children know the right answers to the questions
Yeah.
you ask them. You say to them, does he eat sweets? Not often. He only has it with a meal. How many times does he brush his teeth a day? Do you think any parent's going to say to me, never? They say, twice.
Nah, yeah.
Every parent knows what
Because she
the
doesn't
right
want
answer
to.
is. So of course we
She's
have
gonna
to
get
do it.
embarrassed and
But
doesn't want to take
these lies
accountability
are
either.
soon
Because
exposed when Monty takes
it's
a
on
look
both
at
of them at that point.
Tallulah's
She the
teeth,
parent, she
and
need to
it's a
enforce it, and the
heartbreaking
daughter
sight,
needs
as her
to,
mouth is just
like,
filled
listen,
with
but-
abscesses and rotten teeth. Tallulah even admits that sometimes the pain gets so bad that it wakes her up at night, which honestly should be a wake-up call for Natalie herself. And although Monty says he isn't allowed to blame the parents, it's safe to say the fault falls directly onto Natalie for this. Because Tallulah is so young, the effects of her obesity won't be of immediate concern, but just the fact that her daughter has rotten teeth, has an insatiable hunger, and wakes up in pain during the night, or because Natalie, to be blunt,
I
is
can't do
too
the teeth
lazy
shit.
to
That
give the
teeth
proper
shit made
care,
me
it's
feel
a
weird.
heartbreaking situation. Now eventually Tallulah is taken into surgery to deal with her rotten teeth, and the sight of her daughter being put to sleep seems to finally trigger something inside Natalie to take accountability for what she's done.
Sadness and guilt all mixed into one. She's
No,
my
yeah,
world.
ugh.
It's my choice. What I've given
I
her.
can imagine the
and
feeling
the
of
foods
that,
and
bro.
drinks that I've given her is up to me. So it's not her fault, is it? It's my fault. But I'm not gonna cry. I just strong.
This is a far cry to her attitude at the beginning of her episode, where she wanted to blame everything and anyone except herself. And this is like Denise's parents, who is older than Tallulah so can make her own decisions. However, she isn't exactly being supported by her family, and that is
Look at
meant
that
she
big
weighs
fella.
a staggering 224 pounds at the age of just 13 years old. I've spoken a bit about the physical effect £224.
Cut that.
age of just 13 years old. I've spoken a bit about the physical effects of a poor diet, such as obesity and tooth decay, but having an older girl allows us to look at the mental impact of being overweight, and it's heartbreaking to hear at such a young age.
I think my weight affects the way I feel about myself. Most girls like to look really, really, really nice because of the boys. People don't judge you by the way you are, by the way your character is. They judge you by the way you look.
My heart broke for Denisa. Physical effects of a poor diet, such as obesity and tooth decay, but having an older girl allows us to look at the mental impact of being overweight, and it's heartbreaking to hear at such a young age. A bit about the physical effects of a poor diet, such as obesity and staggering 224.
Got to be more careful.
£4 at the age of just 13 years old. I've spoken a bit about the physical effects of a poor diet, such as obesity and tooth decay, but having an older girl allows us to look at the mental impact of being overweight, and it's heartbreaking to hear at such a young age.
I think my weight affects the way I feel about myself. Most girls like to
But, like,
look really, really, really nice.
Is it
because
her fault?
of the
I mean,
boys.
yes, she is able to make her own decisions as of this age. She is
People
now.
don't judge you by the way you
But,
are, by
like,
the way your character is. They judge you by the way
If
you
she
look.
tried to do anything, would it be like reciprocated with like happiness, or would like be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, no, I eat this bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, is that her fault? Like, how can, like, I don't know.
For Denisa, she actually wanted to try, but her parents wouldn't back her up, and
Yeah.
this will be proven very soon as they check her into a bariatric hospital for weight loss surgery, like the ones we see in My 600 Pound Life. Personally, I find it shocking that the parents, while being overweight themselves, are even considering this. They would rather take the easy way out through surgery than change up the entire family's eating habits. And that might sound harsh, but there are others who feel the same. It's disgusting that Denise's parents would rather put their 13-year-old girl through life-risking surgery than just change her diet. Her obesity isn't because she moved countries or because she's spoiled, it's simply because her parents are terribly overweight and they are passing their bad habits onto their child. Simple as
Damn.
that. My heart is breaking for her.
Clock,
And the
clock them
doctors
tea.
agreed too, insisting they actually try a real weight loss diet before going for surgery.
I think we all of us intuitively feel that it's a last resort.
In the first instance, I think we like to try and make sure that we've tried everything from a sort of diet and exercise point of view. Generally, our process is that you have to really try everything we can to help first before going ahead with something like an operation.
So Denisa and her family get put on a strict schedule so that Denisa can avoid having to have this incredibly drastic surgery.
Look, and she
so
looked like
this
10 times happier
13-year-old
now
girl
that she's like
doesn't have
actually
to go
putting in the
through
work for
However,
it.
in literally the 15 minutes after this appointment, her parents have taken her to McDonald's.
15 minutes after leaving the hospital, Denise's parents take her for one last treat.
I think this clearly shows the parents' deluded mindset, as they call it one last treat, but clearly they go more often than not, and maybe it's more of a treat for them than Denisa herself. Poor education and weight gain has probably led up to this point, and the incredibly easy access to fast food, of course, has allowed Denisa's weight to skyrocket. Now, the
Yeah.
family are also originally from Romania, and found food to be much more accessible in the UK.
In our country, if she asked something, I said, sorry, I don't have money to buy it, you know. But here, when we come, food and sweets and, you know, everything you see, you buy it because it's cheaper.
She's coming. Oh, Daddy, can you buy this to me, please? Yeah, and again, I cannot resist.
But honestly, this is just one of the many excuses that the family employs to explain Denise's weight gain, and it's hard to watch. Some people have even suggested that this is child abuse, with one YouTube commenter saying
I
that
don't know
if a
if it's
child
child
reaches
abuse.
the
I think
level
they might
of
be pushing it a
obesity
little
that
too
it needs
far.
stomach reduction surgery, then it's probably time for child
But I
protective
do think that
services
it's
to intervene. Throughout the episode, you can
that they
see
should
Denise's
take
lack of
accountability in the
parental
sense
care,
that,
with
like,
her
it is
father even
partially their
saying
fault,
that he
too.
thinks it's pointless to diet.
Denise's father, Virgil, works as a builder. He's come to the conclusion that the surgery will be more effective than their attempts to diet.
Dieting, changing your eating style. It's about the power of willing, you know, and we demonstrate that we are not that strong. She tried to lose weight when she was 11. She tried to lose weight when she was 12, but got fatter and fatter. But
Yeah,
with
'cause
the
y'all not
surgery,
helping her.
you don't have to give up of temptations. Yeah, you eat whatever you want, but only in a smaller amount, much more smaller amount.
Denise's episode ends on a pretty tragic note too, with the fact that Denise is now showing signs of diabetes, and her family
Bruh.
are now pushing even harder for weight loss surgery. And honestly, after watching both of these episodes and looking at the effects, the excuses and more, I do want to come back to the question in the beginning and look at who is to blame for these obese children. And at the end of the day, I think it's clearly the parents' fault that the
parents, yeah.
children are in this situation. But there's a little bit more to it than that. A lot of the people featured on this show are from low-income households, which is just a whole other stress added to life. And I do understand cooking can feel like a massive task at the end of a stressful day, so to some degree it is understandable they turn for fast food. However, the levels these parents have allowed their bad habits to go is frankly disgusting.
Nah, yeah, that's crazy, man. I get it, but like at the end of the day, like if you love your kids, you're gonna put that work in. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like there's like they ain't got the will to change, and that's like trickling down to the kids. You feel me? Like if they had the will to do better, then like obviously it would like seep through the whole family, and everyone else would do better. But since they're like looking for convenience and like the easy way out, then it leads to that. Which I ain't no parent. I'm not saying that like you know I'm not saying that like I understand where they're coming from because I'm not a parent or anything like that. But like I don't know. I've seen big people and I've seen like skinny people raised by like rich, poor, blah 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 blah. It's really just about like the effort that the parents put in and like if you're feeding your kids fast food all the time, then that's gonna like continue in their day to day life. But like if you cook your kids meals, then like I don't know, it has a different effect. I don't know. I ain't no expert, twin. I just watching the video. You feel me? I ain't no expert. That's just my 2 cents. You feel me? Like I don't know. I'm not gonna say that they don't love their kids, but I'm just saying is they love convenience more than they love the idea of their kids being healthy, which she kind of touched on in that video, which is kind of fucked up and lame. Like, if you want your whole life to be about convenience, don't have kids. Again, that's just my 2 cents. But, anyways, I appreciate y'all for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and share with your friends, your family, everybody else you can fucking think of, because I appreciate it and let you two know that you really like me and like my videos. Turn on those post notifications. It's your boy X-Man, Ghosty with the mosty, the man with the plan. I appreciate y'all for watching. I love y'all to death. And don't forget, we're not just a family.